Minecraft just changed the way armor looks in the game permanently, and I couldn't be happier. Howdy folks, my name is Speaker4, and today was Snapshot 23W04A on a Tuesday, which is slightly weird considering it normally comes out on a Wednesday. 23W04A introduced something called armor trims, a massive new way to customize your armor. I'm going to explain to you how it all works and everything you need to know about it, so let's get into it. Armor trims are a way to visually customize your armor with a variety of unique trims using armor templates and the smithing table. All armor can accept trims except for leather armor and including turtle shell helmets. The trims are purely visual with no gameplay benefits, unfortunately, and can only be applied to helmets, chestplates, legging, and boots. So no elytra yet, although one could hold out hope. The actual icon for armor trims looks exactly the same, but when you hover your mouse over it, you can see all the information on it. A great way to distinguish it. Now, here's how you trim armor. First thing you need, a smithing template, a piece of material that's different from your armor of choice. In this case, I'm going gold on my iron, and a smithing table. You'll open up your smithing table, which you notice has a new UI, and very notably, you don't craft netherite the same way anymore, but we'll go into that later. So you open up your smithing table, you place in your armor template, your chest plate, and whatever item you want to trim your armor in. You get a little preview of what it looks like so you can decide before you put it on, and then you can click on it. In this case, I have tied armor trim and diamond. Now, you'll notice it used one of the templates. So these things are not infinite use. Luckily, there is a way you can renew them. By going into a crafting table and placing your smithing template inside, as well as a block associated with it, in this case the tied armor is associated with prismarine, and 7 diamonds, you can actually duplicate your template, which is a very important thing to do if you've only found one. So with the very basics covered, let's go into all the different varieties. Armor can be trimmed in various colors. The colors cannot go on the same item, so you can't put gold trim on gold armor, and you can't put iron trim on iron armor. However, these are all the colors. Netherite trims into this dark black and gray color. Copper gives a nice copper color. Amethyst is a lovely little purple. Diamond is a nice bright blue. Emerald is a very cool green. Lapis is a darker navy blue. Redstone is actually a cool red. And quartz is this kind of a pale white. Gold is gold, clearly, and iron doesn't work on iron, but trust me, it looks like iron. I think you can actually see it here on the diamond. These are the different templates, and I'm going to show you what they look like before telling you where you can find them. The Vex template looks like a Vex. It actually has these little horns and is just kind of a simplistic line across the body. The Sentry looks pretty cool. I imagine it's based off the Iron Golem, but I don't know for sure. There's going to be a little bit of guesstimating going on here. The Wild Armor looks sick. The eye clearly has an eye. The Tied Armor looks cool. Snout Armor is based off of Piglins. Coast Armor looks cool. Dune Armor, that's definitely the Desert Temple style. Ward Armor, this one is based off the Warden, as you can tell by the circle in the middle. Rib, I would imagine, is Wither or Nether, as you can see by the ribs on the side. That is my personal favorite one. And hey, by the way, why don't you let me know in the comments which one you like best so far? Oh, and hey, while you're down there, consider liking and hitting the subscribe button. Turns out only about 10% of the people who watch my videos are actually subscribed, so it'd mean a lot if you hit that subscribe button. Okay, so Rib looks cool. Rib is probably my favorite as a whole, and then Spire, which you get from End Cities. So let's go over where you actually get these. The Vex armor template can be found in the Woodland Mansion. The Sentry armor can be found in Pillager Outposts. The Wild armor template can be found in Jungle Temples. The Eye can be found in Stronghold chests. The Tied armor can be found in Ocean Monuments. But I know what you're saying. Hey, Speaker, Ocean Monuments don't have any chests in them. That's actually why there's a chance for Elder Guardians to drop the Tied template. Snout can be found in Bastion Remnants. Coast can be found in Shipwreck chests. Dunes can be found in Desert Temples. Ward can be found in Ancient Cities. Rib can be found in Nether Fortresses, as you can see it's very nethery, and Spire can be found in End Cities. And this is just an armor set that I put together and decided I really liked. Snazzy, ain't ya? So there's all sorts of customations you can do with this. You can put every single different type of armor with a different trim and combine them. My only real gripe about this is they don't have any effects. I think it would be really, really cool if you could add gold trim to something like netherite armor and piglins wouldn't be affected by it. Or maybe by putting something like emerald on armor, you can get better enchantments from it. Just a thought, but I hope they add some functionality. Even if they don't, I think this is a wonderful thing. And I would love to see what kind of stuff people can put together. Now, I said there were some changes to netherite, and here's what there are. In an effort to increase the time that players use diamond armor before they switch to netherite, Mojang has added something called Netherite Upgrade Smithing Template. This, when used in a smithing table, along with diamond armor and netherite, will actually upgrade it to netherite. It can be found randomly in bastion remnants with a guarantee of 2 in every treasure bastion. In every treasure room bastion. This is so that people put a lot more effort into exploring in the game, which I think is awesome, and might be a precursor to archaeology being added. A couple other things to note, and just some things I've been thinking of. Apparently they toned down the enchantment glint on armor, and I want to see how this actually fits in with the templates. So I'm going to put some gold on this piece of enchanted netherite, and it actually doesn't look too bad. I was worried that the enchantment glint was going to change the color of the gold, but so far it hasn't. And hopefully it won't do that with all the other colors. Now, another thing I was thinking about is it would be incredibly cool if we could add designs to the elytra, similar to this. I think the cape designs that elytras have that you can get from certain things like Optifine and obtaining Minecons would be an incredible thing to add to just the base vanilla game. I think people would love to customize their elytra, and it would be a really cool way to just personalize your skin even more. Although I just realized I'm gonna have to pay attention to color schemes and the like with my armor now, which is unfortunate because I am god awful at color theory. Now, one last thing I want to go over is these guys. I think we should be able to put trim on horse armor. And I will try in just a second if this guy would stop kicking me off. I think this would look really cool if we could customize it with trim, and it would add new reasons to force players to, well, I say force. It would add new reasons for players to actually interact with their horses, just like this one is interacting with my head. I think that would be cool. I also think something like collecting all the armor trims and all the armor types would be a wonderful way to flex on people on servers. And this will allow people to kind of distinguish themselves in groups, like factions on kind of roleplay servers. That being said, I think there's like over 1,000 combinations possible, so it might take a long time. Alrighty folks, this is everything you needed to know about the new armor trim in Minecraft. I've been Speaker 4. If you want to see more stuff about customizing your armor and textures, check out this video right here. I've been Speaker 4, and I will catch you on the flip side. Later!